Hello, welcome back to my channel. These are very interesting times, but we are just gearing up. We are optimistic. We are resilient. We are strong. We have a clear vision. They can't take that away. No one can. And our vision can be shared in a compassionate, loving way. I have been watching the news. I've been watching content creators, and I've been listening to people. I've been listening to what they say and what they don't say. And if nothing else, let this moment in history be a reminder that one person most definitely can make the difference in a positive or a negative way. And I just keep thinking about the children that are watching all of this unfold. Can you imagine? I'm watching this unfold as an adult, but watching this unfold in a child's eye. Let this diabolical display of corruption and the abuse of power illustrate the correlation between greed and a void character. So Elon Musk and Trump are filthy rich. The one obviously doesn't compare with the other in terms of wealth. There's something to be said about someone that has so much and they still desire more physical things. It is because it's the intangible things, those priceless things, those everyday priceless things, they don't cherish. They're seeking satisfaction in physical things. The satisfaction you will never get in physical things. They're looking for in physical representation. And because they're looking for satisfaction somewhere they can never find it. And for that reason, because they're trying to do the impossible, they will never stop. This portion of the video is recorded February the 3rd. My train of thought may be a little bit different, but my intention remains the same. I want to say something that I have subconsciously been thinking for a while. One of the tactics of a dictator is not just how they ridicule, but also how they praise. When they ridicule, it's obscene, dramatic, and juvenile, along with diabolical, because you know that's one of my favorite words. And when they praise, it is also just dramatic The intention is for diabolical reasons, because it's a manipulation tactic to make someone believe they are appreciated, with the intent of using that validation that they feel in that moment to serve you in the future. When dictators give praise, it's like they're holding a mirror, a double-sided mirror up, okay? So the mirror has a mirror on each side. They are just reflecting their own image when they hold the mirror up to your face to show you. It is really just a reflection of their own intentions. They're not showcasing you. They are showcasing themselves while trying to mask their intent upon it. Them highlighting you is really just them bringing more highlight to whatever agenda they have. And it's also to say, oh, look, this person, they did what I wanted them to do. They're a great person. They're competent. They are valuable because they did what I wanted them to do. Therefore, if you want to get this feeling that they are exuding, you need to fall into line. You need to fall into my line with my intention, with my agenda. This is not politics anymore. This is psychological. This is a manipulation on the highest and grandest level. I think in the history, this is not the apex. We are still climbing. The altitude is not that high yet. How far are they going to take us? In my daydreams, in my fantasies, everyone begins to tweet. Everyone starts to TikTok. Everybody starts to Instagram. Everybody starts to book Trump and Musk. And everybody just starts flood into social media. So they start to flood on a digital level. And that digital level magnifies and intensifies. So it expands and expands and expands. And then what happens? I know that that's what I envision happening first. It will become overwhelming for the people that want to control. But we are not docile. We are not without a pulse. We are not without ambition. We are not without a vision. We are not without our passions. You cannot stifle what is limitless and the potential of America, our resilience, our pursuit of happiness is resilient. Right now, America is at odds and disagreements. This is temporary. We will fall back together. Our sum what we can do together is more than what we can do. America, we are unstoppable. We are the pace setters. We are diversity, equity, and inclusion. We are the future. The best thing about our country is our diversity, equity, and inclusion. If there is something in your life, something you have overcome, and you don't want to share it, I'll tell you a secret. You don't have to be specific to have an impact. You don't have to be specific for someone to understand and to grow from your experiences. What we live in our life is not our own. Our life is to be shared. We are supposed to share our lives with people according to your comfort level. Yes, we are supposed to share our lives. This is a journey, and a journey, you can share it. You meet people along the way. You lose people along the way. You learn more about yourself along the way. And you give. You give and you gain. You grow. You stretch yourself. You climb to a higher altitude. So, here you go. It took a while, but step 1 of Project Morpho.
Real easy listening guy, huh?
Flood social media.
Relaxes me. Yeah.
More to come.
Easier than bitter.
Why is it so important to flood social media? I'll tell you. It will bring attention, awareness, and action. The 3 A's. Attention, awareness, and action, which will propel the environment for change. Morpho. When I say this, I am not saying that the usual sources, the usual suspects continue promoting and vocalizing the necessity for change. I am saying that the unusual sources, the unusual suspects need to come up and step to the plate, and it's time to bat. Just about everybody has made a decision on what their position, what their stance is going to be. So now it's time to we may have known the stances. We may have been on different sides of the political spectrum because we were aware of the stances. But now we see the objective, and the objective is more than what we could imagine. This goes beyond America. This goes to freedom as a whole concept. This goes against history. This goes against the American tradition and the American heart and the American perseverance for a better day and a brighter future. We will not be defeated. Our ancestors, with all of their diversity, they came together. They came together across their different experiences and cultures and they helped to build this land. They overcame what divided them and focused on what made them great. And greatness within each other was brought out from their diversity. America, I adore you. I have not given up faith in you. I see your potential. I see how we got where we are. I hear your heartache. I'm acquainted with it on a deeply intimate level, actually. This we will overcome together. Together. I think in every culture there is a word for together. We will together. But first, before we come back together, we have to divide, evaluate, conquer, and change. We have to do this digitally, and then we can do it physically. I challenge you to use your voice. Angel Project 2016, Project Morpho 2025. I adore you. We'll get through it together. I'm so infuriated. Our uniqueness that we have brings out the uniqueness in another, and then it culminates into strength. Remember that. Remember that moment when somebody brought something out of you you didn't realize was there. And you appreciated what was within yourself, but what was in that person that helped you see that within you. Do not forget. And when you are around people with contrasting perspectives from your own, that is an opportunity to learn, to expand,